Well, hello, darlings. It's Miss Tia. I hope everybody's doing well on this Wednesday hump day. Now, darlings, I just need to talk about something real quick here. Now, it's been a few days, and I've been thinking about this, and I really just couldn't bring myself to even discuss it because it's so gross, and it made me so upset. And honestly, I didn't really even want to bring any attention to this particular creator. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, this got to be talked about because this is not okay. So, no surprise, Mr. Benny Keyz again. He's at it again. He's always doing something that's just gross. But I think he's went the lowest of the low on this one. Now, it was about 4 or 5 days ago, he did a live. And he titled his live something like AB had inseminated. And then he misspelled the word. That's a slang word, unacceptable word for someone that's mentally challenged. He said, I can't even say it, but that's what he said that. In other words, AB got somebody pregnant that, had mental challenges. That's what he said in a gross manner. And then in his live, he just continued, to talk about this. And, then he start talking about the child, AB's daughter. And he start referring to her with that slang word. And he just kept on. And he kept on. I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about that, but Miss Tia get mighty upset over somebody making fun of a child that has mental challenges. I mean, nobody should be talking derogatory and gross about any children whatsoever on these streets. However, when you're going to go after a child that has mental challenges, you are the lowest piece of shit on these streets. And I just want to know how he's still on these streets. I mean, Miss Tia, I prefer that he would go ahead and get that little apartment, that I guess that state of Texas, or he live in Texas. Yeah, the state of Texas is going to give him, the little apartment with the lock on it that he ain't got the key to. That's where I think he needs to be right now. But since he's not, why he's still allowed on these streets? I just don't understand. Now, I know he's innovating. I know he's had channels removed before, and he just go on ahead and he create himself a new one. I know that. But, would he be on these streets if there wasn't nobody listening to him? Would he? I mean, maybe he would. Maybe he'd just like to hear himself talk. But would he be on the streets if there was, nobody come in his lives? But I don't know. But, for those of you that do sit in there, and I know that lots of people have moved away and they don't even listen to him. And so maybe you don't even know that he did this. But there's still some that go in there and sit there and they support him. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you support trash like that, you are trash. Because anybody that would sit and support someone who make fun and mock mentally challenged children just because you got an issue with their parent, that's sick. I mean, I'm telling you, it took me 4 days to be able to even talk about this. And, I know everybody going to come back and say, well, don't listen, nobody listen to Benny Keyz, and, he's irrelevant, and he's this, and he's that. Well, but, somebody must be listening to him because he had people in that live. He did have people in there. And so, there's somebody listening. And the other thing about this is that live is now a video on YouTube that anybody could come across. Anybody. What if a child came across that? Like, okay, so you had a child that come across that, and, you know, then they listen, and then they start, you know, maybe go to school and start using that term towards some children at their school that's mentally challenged. Or what if a mentally challenged child came across that and listened and heard that? Like, you know, I know children not supposed to be, like, listening to stuff like that. But, guys, this is the internet, all right? Anybody can click on anything. And if you ain't got parents that are watching or whatever, children can get on here and they can be hearing stuff. And even if they, I mean, I don't know, I can't even, y'all. It made me so upset. It's just even hard to even talk about. Like, I don't know how, oh my gosh. So anyway, yeah, that's what he did. That's exactly what he did. And I just, guys, if y'all know people, like, that do support him and stuff, like, you know, I'm not going to tell you, like, to go tell, I just wanted them to know about that life. You know, listen to that one. Or just go look at the title of it. And then decide what you think about it. Because that's not okay, y'all. This is not okay on these streets. This is not okay. Like, these streets are bad enough as it is. And, I mean, people attacking victims and doing crap like that. That's bad. That's bad. But you are the lowest of the low. The bottom scum to go after and make fun of and call names a child that's mentally challenged. You can't get no worse. And this got Miss Tia really upset, y'all. I just can't. I can't with stuff like that. Man, I can't wait for the day for that criminal with the ankle monitor on to get that little apartment with the lock that he ain't got the key to. Lord, please let that day come soon. Whew. That man is some kind of sick. He is evil to do what he did. Ugh. I don't care if he don't like the daddy of that little girl. I don't care. You don't talk about a child like that. Disgusting. Absolute filth. So, yeah. Miss Tia finally decided I need to address that. I've been putting it off because it's just something I didn't even want to talk about. I didn't even want to think about because it just, ugh. But yeah, that's what happened about 4 or 5 days ago on these streets. That right there. So, that's Benny Keyz for you. You know, the advocate for children. That's what he once said he was. Well, the advocate for children makes fun and calls names to mentally challenged children. So that's your advocate right there. You sorry SOB. All right, darlings. Miss Tia gonna get off of here because I'm just about really had enough. I can't, like, ooh. But anyways, that what happened. That's what happened. So, yeah. I'm gonna go now, darlings. Y'all have a wonderful day. And you know, Miss Tia, I'll be seeing you soon.